and getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. These guys are ready to go. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and Hall of Famer David Aldridge, I'm Kevin Harlan. And our special guest at the broadcast table for this one, the celebrated Shams Charania. Hey, Shams, thanks so much for joining us tonight. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Kevin, thanks so much. Always fun to hang out with you and all your crew and talk basketball.
All right, I've told Doris and Greg and David, just buckle up because we are going to be on a great ride with you. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at Milwaukee, right there in 5th position, middle of the pack in the conference.
Well, I think for Milwaukee, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
Here are the starters for Milwaukee. The post pair, the longtime duo of Antetokounmpo and Lopez. Damian Lillard out there with Chris Middleton, and it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Thunder, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Hartenstein in at the center. You know, Shams, back in 2023, Giannis Antetokounmpo agreed to a 3-year extension to stay in Milwaukee. It keeps him with the Bucks until, what, 2027, I think.
Exactly, and it provides the Bucks with stability moving forward. And there was talk, if Giannis Antetokounmpo tests free agency in the summer of 2025, what does that hold for their future? But he commits. He made a strong statement in committing. But at the end of the day, Kevin, getting to the finals and winning another championship is the goal.
And they thought, Shams, that Dame was going to be maybe that thing that triggered that, but it certainly didn't play out that way.
Jrue Holiday gets traded, and they clearly missed him. But with Damian Lillard and Giannis, you know you have a chance to at least compete for a championship.
Being ready on the catch, such an important skill, and Luke Dort's confidence really starting to grow.
Three-pointer, Lillard, good. And it's Giannis picking up the assist.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Wallace kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. You know, Shams, I don't know how many kids grow up thinking they're going to be an NBA insider. But clearly that is something that you probably thought about at one time or another. Did you think that was going to be your path?
Kevin, I knew at the age of 16 years old what I wanted to do, and this path I wanted to take an insider for the NBA because I loved playing basketball, I loved writing, and I had a genuine passion for transactions, for the behind-the-scenes stories. So to be able to tell that story to the fans, I feel like I am one of the fans. That's why I feel like I can relate to the fans, and so that's what inspired me mostly to take this career path that I've taken.
It's so connected. It is a pleasure reading you and hearing you.
Kevin, appreciate you so much, and just know the stories will keep coming.
Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Lillard.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Bucks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. You communicate so much with NBA GMs. You talk with owners. You talk with personnel people. You know, knowing what they do, what is an overlooked part of how they operate their day-to-day jobs with these NBA teams?
A few things for me, Kevin. It is the relationships with agents, with other teams. Are they trusted? Do they have the trust of others? That is of importance, certainly. And how well connected are they within the organization? How are they building their own front offices in their own buildings? But their thirst for information, their ability to use information to strategize, that is something that occurs every single day. Because if you know something is happening with a specific team, that could shape how you want to strategize your team moving forward.
And the Thunder with some changes. Kenrich Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Wallace. Green, he's checked in for the Bucks. Jackson comes in for Damian Lillard.
Contact just doesn't matter against Giannis. Once he's inside, he is not to be stopped.
It's his first trip to the line. And that one falls for Joe. And Joe drops them both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
The Bucks working the ball around. Jackson finds Antetokounmpo. Lays it up and banks it in. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points.
Great start for him. 4-4. He could be in for a big game.
Williams looking over the floor. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And Antetokounmpo slamming it down there, using his sensational will to finish with the flush.
And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. The Thunder have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
And Williams drops them both.
I mean, Jalen Williams is a guy who a lot of people are excited about. He has the talent to be a multi-time All-Star and perhaps an even higher ceiling than that.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Thunder, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
They have done a tremendous job of drawing contact and putting officials in a place where they simply have to make the call.
So with Lillard on the bench, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers right now. Out in the wings for him, we'll see Trent Jr. and Middleton. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Livingston in at the power forward position. Pass to Caruso. Off target from three-point range. Milwaukee in the lead. And in last year's playoff, Shams, we did see a lot of players injured and unable to play. What are some of the solutions that may be being talked about that you hear about?
People certainly ask if this is a result of the 65-game rule. Is it the more physical play? Is it the consequences of the regular season? The league is going to take a wait-and-see approach to determine if this is an issue they have to fix, but they do love the results of what this has brought as far as player availability moving forward.
Yeah, they do seem sold on that 65 number, don't they?
100%. And at the end of the day, some of these injuries are flukish. There's a lot of, obviously, lower body injuries, and you can't measure that. I think the league is going to want to see more data over the next 5 to 10 years to really determine, does this rule impact the game and impact injuries?
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein comes in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. Prince is checked in for Milwaukee. Damian Lillard comes in for Jackson. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. Hey, Shams, no one is keyed on the league like you. Is there an under-the-radar trend that you're seeing around the NBA, or the next thing that you're anticipating may happen with the way the league will sway one way or the other?
Talking to executives around the league, it's clear that length has been very important, but having players that do multiple things and are versatile, that is of the utmost importance right now. We saw what happened with the Celtics winning a championship this year. I think that certainly is going to have an impact on how teams are going to build moving forward. Like the Celtics, you want to have players, 3 to 5 players that are playing heavy minutes for you, that are doing everything out there on the floor, not
guys. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Brook Lopez started off, of course, as a post scorer, but he's completely reshaped his game over time, becoming a three-point threat and a defensive stopper. He said, I tried to focus more on being a pillar at the defensive end, someone my teammates can rely on. I'm always talking in the paint, letting them know I'm there to back them up. Kevin?
He's got great communication skills, David. Thanks for the report. Here's Milwaukee now. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Trains the three-pointer. And now a 9-point Bucks lead.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
Oh, J-Dub rising to the rim. We see you, Mr. Williams.
Lillard outside. And another 3 for Milwaukee.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Williams against Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Williams. Outside Williams. Fires the 3. Drains it from beyond the arc. Williams has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's his second 3 of the game. 1 in the first half, 1 here.
Here's Giannis. Using his size, Giannis.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Goes up to the stripe. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Williams has got 14 points. And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for the Bucks. He's been a major threat from three-point range. Got 2 of them to fall in that quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And now we take a look back to Doc Rivers talking to his team from his huddle.
Come on, let's keep it going. The ball movement is good, guys. We're getting great shots, but we're giving up too many shots.
Exchanging baskets is what Doc is talking about. That's not what he's looking for, asking his guys to clamp down on defense.
Yeah, I mean, he wants it all. Sees an opportunity for his team to kind of dominate here a little bit and wants them to just take full advantage.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the floor for Milwaukee, starting the fourth quarter. The guard and off guard are Lillard and Trent. Trent's out there with Jackson, and it's Portis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Thunder trailing by 7. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, rebounded by Jackson.
Great rim protection to prevent him from converting. Beautiful.
Prince kicks to Jackson. Lillard from outside, and it's good. He's made 2 for every 1 he's missed. 10 of 15 in the contest.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes it off the glass.
Well, that's SGA in a nutshell right there. Quickness, length, guile, finishing on the interior.
And a new group in here for the Thunder. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Cason Wallace in for Isaiah Joe. And then for Milwaukee, Lopez, he's checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Jackson. And Middleton subbed in for Trent. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Doc Rivers said to his team. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Thunder trailing by 10. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nice move. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Lopez finds Lillard. There's the 3. Good on the triple. Lillard's got the lead up to 11 now for Milwaukee.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Shot's good by Middleton.
Yeah, Middleton is a talented scorer from anywhere on the floor. Goes to the paint and does his thing.
Pass to Hartenstein. Fires from the corner. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Boy, defense nowhere to be found, and neither was his shot at that time.
Prince kicks to Lillard. Fires for three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Bucks' lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Lillard. Basket counts. Lillard's got 32 points.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Bucks.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Boy, forget about his stats for a second, right? What impressed me most was his stamina. It seemed like he was involved in every play. And with that kind of activity, I don't know how you don't wear down.
Dort wide open. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
Well, you see SGA and the strides he's making as a playmaker. This guy is so good, on point with his reads.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
Disappointing day for them. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
From past the arc, missed. And so the Bucks take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline for our player of the game. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Giannis. Great individual performance. I guess you're going for another MVP, huh?
And, you know, I try not to think about it that much. My mindset is do my job, do whatever it takes to help my team win, and all I care about is I've got to win.
Love the humble brag, man. Congrats on the win. Thanks.
David, thank you.